Tell me how to get this shit up and go, please.
Set up a stream and just, I'm like, I've now got OBS open. I've got a really bad headache, and I just whatever you can do to just help me get it going, talk me through it. I'm sorry.
Let me think. On OBS, have you got to take the YouTube security name or security code, and you got to put it in OBS. Have you done that yet?
No. So I need to copy and paste that stream key.
Yes. On OBS, it's under, on the bottom right hand side, it's under settings. I think it's like.
Wait a minute. I'm done. I'm in. All right. I'm out. Goodbye.
All right, I think we got it, brother.
You guys got it running?
I think so. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I think it is.
Hey.
Y'all let me know in the chat if you can see or hear me.
Oh, we flipped on my phone. Subscriptions. Oh, Jesus Christ, try to supply. Yeah, probably Jerry says you look good.
Can I hear you?
I am trying.
14-second advertisement. What the hell, YouTube? Yeah, I see you.
Alright, so it's not showing up on my end on my phone, so that's the reason I'm...
No, don't even worry about your phone. As long as you're live on the actual YouTube.
I got you. That's cool.
You're good. Don't even pay attention to it.
Alright, cool. Alright, well, I appreciate it, man. Sorry to bother you.
Alright, man. No, you're good. If you need help, just, I'll be,
I think I
phone call away. I'll do a phone call.
Alright, man. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Have a good show, man.
You too, buddy. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, guys. So what's up? As you all well know, I am running solo tonight, as I said in the beginning. Dustin has been working all day and still working. So he asked me earlier today, he said, man, can you do this by yourself? I've got 4 machines running. And so I'm like, yeah, no problem. I hate not having my boy in here helping me out and stuff, but Tara did a good job. She got me up and running. And so here we are again for another episode of Flight Club. Again, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Hope it's worth the wait anyway. Nothing super special here. Just hanging out. And won't keep you guys long tonight because, you know, there's not a whole lot going on. But figured I'd drop in and say hello. Let me see who all's hanging out and being faithful here. Let's see, we got Paul McNeil, EQRC, Jeff in Lower Alabama, Pilot Jerry. I did see RC Reviewer in here. What's up, Bobby? How you doing? Rich M. Let's see, Mr. Victor Shanless. What's up? There's my wonderful wife. She got this thing up and going for me, guys. And then Dustin helped out with that as well. So thanks to all you guys who hung in there with me. I'm sorry for the inconvenience again, man. Still trying to learn all this stuff. But yeah, so I was just going to drop in tonight, guys, and say hello. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is staying well. I'm going to show you a little bit of the L-39, guys. We are like this close to completing this. Mainly, and yes, I've been doing some video on this to show you guys. Once I get everything done, I'll put the video together. But again, this thing, it's turning out absolutely beautiful. We got a lot of stuff sitting here. Let me move this out of the way. Let's see. Guess you might can see this a little bit better. Let me pull this forward here. I do not have the final decals on it yet. Basically what I've got done so far is I've got all the striping put on it that will be under the primary decals. All the paint is on. I have one coat over the decals of high gloss polyacrylic. Hopefully, I think it's translating pretty well in the shine on the airplane. You guys can see how well this thing is shining. If I add a little more light to it, you can probably see a little bit better. But very impressed with the shine of this paint and everything, with how it's working and how it's looking. So yeah, very pleased with it. And again, guys, this is the 2 times, of course, by Rust-Oleum, which is one of my favorite paints. And I'll show you guys one more time, just so you can see this. This is the graphics for this airplane that'll be going on it. And I know my buddy Eric was in here earlier. This is actually Eric's airplane. I don't know if you guys can see the tail end of this plane. I'm going to swing you around a little bit here. Hopefully I can get this to kind of stay where everything's going to be. If I can't, I'll do the best I can. But, oops, well, I'm dropping that already. Let's see. Okay, so this is more or less what you're going to have here. Hope you guys can see this. Let me, if I can turn this just a little bit more for you without knocking everything over in here. Actually, I'll move the camera. See if you guys can see that. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so those are the decals, and this is the Dragon that's going to be on it. And again, I'll turn this back this way for you. I'll show you a little bit closer picture so you guys can see what we've got here. This is actually what's going to be the primary decal on the airplane, and it is the Flying Dragon scheme. So it's going to look really, really nice. I can't wait to get it all said and done and get where Eric can see this thing, because it's really going to look good, guys. I'm very pleased with it, how it's turned out. As I said, I've got the pilots are actually sitting over here. They're waiting to go back in their plane. As you can tell, the canopy is not finished yet. I got to get that glued on, but I want to make sure I get everything done like I want it before I put the canopy back on it. Let's see, let me catch up on the chat here. What's up, Jackson? How you doing, buddy? Pilot Jerry, Jared Kirby. What's up, Jared? How you doing, man? 6SRC. Yeah, Victor, you know, the thing about this one is I'm going to actually, that's why I did another coat of high gloss poly, because I'm actually going to use the some soapy water to put these on with, and that'll help, you know, keep them from grabbing so quickly. But this decal is really not going to be terribly bad, because this one here it's just got a little bit of a turn here. I think it'll be pretty easy, actually, considering some other stuff I've done. So that will be coming next. I got the wheel pants painted today. I got all the rims on the gear painted white. They were gray, actually. But I'm telling you guys, this thing feels slick as a whistle, man. It feels so good. So yeah, I think Eric, if you are in here, this is actually Eric's jet, guys, that I'm painting for him. I think you're going to really like it. What's up, Brian Chambers? How you doing, man? Let's see. Exactly, Victor. Yeah, you got to position it properly. Take your time. Peel away the bottom layer, this white layer under the sticker, very carefully first, and then only start in certain areas and then work that paper back. My wife and I do decals as well. We put vinyl on cars. She makes vinyl. She does all that kind of stuff. So we are pretty good with applying vinyl. Mr. George Watts, how you doing, man? Good to have you here. Hey, Eric, there you are, man. It's looking good, buddy. I was just showing everybody your decals here, the Dragon scheme that's going to go on the side of this airplane down here. Again, I'll tell you, I haven't got the canopy glued on yet because I got to get your pilots back in there. But yeah, just doing some final details. All the lights where we had them covered look really nice. Pitot tubes are painted. Wheel pants are painted. The rims are painted. So it's going to look really, really nice. Can't wait to get it finished because I think, Eric, you're going to really like it. Let's see here. Let's see. So let's click on. Let me see here. Let me look. Remove put user. Add moderator. Let's give you a wrench there, Eric. I actually gave you a wrench, man. Dustin normally does that kind of stuff, so now you have a wrench. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate it, man. How's your plane coming? Hadn't talked with you in a while. Jared was putting in a badass motor in his plane he's working on, guys. That was a nice looking motor, Jared. That's going to be sweet, man. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on. You know, as a lot of you guys know, Victor and some other guys that actually paint these airplanes, it doesn't look like much, guys, but when you get in here and really you start doing stripes like this, and you got to put on the pinstripe like this, and the two different colors, and you don't want one color to get on another, it starts getting really, really time consuming if you're going to do it right. Then you got to put your clear coats on. Also, guys, if you can see the bottom of this plane, I did not, everything is painted underneath here, and looks really nice, very detailed. Again, I'm a stickler for details, guys, and this plane looks really, really good underneath here. I hope you can see that. So, yeah, I'm proud of it, man. And I love a project. I love painting stuff like this. And again, you can see how it's shining when I move it around. So I'm going to put 2 more coats of poly on it. Once I get the dragons put on it, I'm going to go over those again with 2 more coats. That's really going to make this thing come alive. What's up, Keith Christie? How are you, man? Run for the hills. What's up, buddy? Reckham Roy, how you doing, man? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate all you guys coming. Again, I am solo tonight. Dustin is working. You know, he had a lot of machining to do. He said he's got 4 machines running today and getting a lot of stuff done. So thank you, George. I appreciate that, man. So I'm solo, and it took me a while to get everything up and running, guys. But my wife came out and helped me up. She's my techie, believe it or not, when Dustin's not here. Yeah. Hey, man. That's right, Eric. You're going to wiggle the sticks on this one, buddy. I can't wait to see you fly this thing. I want to get some good video of you flying it. Good maiden flight. I'm going to get it set up per the manual for you with all the linkages because I haven't put on any of the linkages yet. That'll be the last thing I do, and I'm going to get everything set up per the manual. The rest is on you, buddy. I'll let you play with it and get it all dialed into your liking with your radio. But I'll make sure everything is set up. Brian, it isn't that bad, man. Trust me. I've got my F-16 up here. So I've got several airplanes that I've actually polyacrylic most all of my foam planes just because it helps with hitting the foam in your trailer or your vehicle. It makes that foam a lot denser, I guess. Keeps it from getting beat up so bad. Keeps your paint from chipping. So polyacrylic, if you're going to put something on, is a great product. And again, I'll show you. I used semi-gloss as my base. Before I painted anything on here, I put polyacrylic semi-gloss all over this entire plane to go over the water slides and everything. This is the clear gloss right here that I am doing the final coats with. And as you can see, guys, especially looking at it right here, it's pretty shiny. I'm very, very impressed with it. And a can of spray paint, polyacrylic will cost you about $12. You can get this size right here for $9 and some change. It'll last you a long time. Kind of goes back to decanting your paint like I was telling you about with your spray paints. Again, works great. If you didn't see what I was talking about in the last episode about decanting your spray paint, in case you want to use it on a brush or you want to use it in your airbrush for smaller detailed stuff, watch last week's show because it's really cool, and it works very well. And or you can pour. A lot of times you can find a paint color in a can, but you can't find it on a shelf in a regular bottle. Well, take the can, open it up, pour it in a glass container or something, let it gas off, close it up, you got your paint. So you can, pretty much get any color you want from a spray can without having to spray it per se in a big can. You can do it in an airbrush or you can do it with a paintbrush, however you choose to do it. What I'm doing on here, if there's anywhere that, like for instance, I don't know if you guys can see it, but around this light where I had it taped off, when I peeled the tape off, it might have popped a little tiny bit of the blue right around here. So what I'm going to do is go in with a very fine tip brush, and I'm going to just touch up around that after I decant some of the paint, and just go around that light to touch up any white from the foam. So that's what you do if you mess up a place or whatever. I'm going to be giving Eric some of the blue, some of the silver for this airplane so that he'll have it and he can touch up places as he needs to as well. So Eric, I will be getting you some of those colors, man. This stuff right here, guys, these stripes right here, these are great. I'll show you. This came from O'Reilly's. This is Pro Stripe Pinstriping, and this is 1/4 inch wide. And what I did for my pointed areas, like right here, guys, I just took a metal ruler and laid it on top of it with a razor blade, and I cut it to a point. But this stuff right here, it's not thick, it's pretty thin. It goes around curves well, so it's very manipulative, as I guess you would have to say. What's up, Nate? And so it works really good. It's like $3 a roll, man. There's a lot of pinstriping on here. I got this color and the white. And they have a lot of colors at O'Reilly's, guys. So, again, if you ever want to stripe a plane or whatever, go to O'Reilly's or any automotive store, I guess, for that matter, and pick up some pinstripe and use that. Spray cans matched and put it in a can to be... Exactly, Nate. That's what we were talking about earlier, man, is decanting. Taking spray paint out of a regular can like this and putting it into a glass jar or something. Now you can do it if you just want a little bit, but you want to save this can like it is. Put your straw up here, but the straw is going to get cold, and spray it into a glass jar or something. A lot of times you can use a straw that has the flexible bend and put it in a jar, press the button, spray it into your jar or whatever, and then let it off gas, kind of stir it and let the gases go away, and then after about 10 minutes you can put a lid on it. Then you still have your can. But if you want to empty an entire can into a jar, because there's only about this much paint in a can, guys. So if you want to empty an entire can into a jar, do not shake it first. Take something and pierce a hole right up at the top and let all the propellant come out. Stick the can down into like lukewarm water and just let it sit there for about 10 minutes. And what that does is that helps it gas off as well. Then take and cut the top of the entire can to a certain point. You don't have to cut it all the way, just enough where you kind of bend it back. And then take your can and squeeze it and make a spout right here. And then pour it right into your jar and empty the whole can. Try to get the marbles too. That way you'll have those to shake up next time when you're ready to stir your paint. You'll have the marbles in a jar or whatever. Works really good. And that way you got all your paint in a jar, man. So you'll be able to use that as you need, or if you want to touch up a plane, or if you've painted something and you want to have some extra paint for your airbrush for later for really fine details, you can do that as well. So, and Brendan McCormick on his show and his videos did a thing where he uses talcum powder with low tack masking tape, which is this one that I use, is the purple tape. Works really well. I also use a low mass thin tape that my buddy Brian got me from his automotive store or his paint shop, and that came in real handy too on doing this. So I mean, again, just thought I'd show you guys and taste some things. But the talcum powder trick on the planes works great, guys. I did it on several places on this airplane. And if you haven't watched that video from Brendan McCormick on Just Plain Crazy, definitely go to his channel and watch that video on using talcum powder with your paint. It will keep your tape from peeling your paint, guys. It works amazingly well. What's up, Jet Man? So definitely check that video out on Just Plain Crazy. Great tip, and I love it. Worked phenomenal for getting these lines right here, because this is a pain in the butt, guys, to get no bleed, crisp lines, and very straight without peeling the silver, because I painted silver first and then had to go back in and do the blue, and then you don't want to peel the silver. So definitely use powder and a low tack tape. You will not peel that paint, and you'll never know the powder's been there. So works great. So check that out if you haven't seen that. Other than that, like I said, it's just the main decals, which are, these were made by Cali Graphics. Eric ordered these from Cali Graphics. She did a phenomenal job. You guys all know Cali out there, so these are great. So again, Flying Dragon, and this is the tail for the Flying Dragon. So it's going to be pretty big, as you guys can see. I'm digging it. It's going to be nice on the back of this plane. It's going to look really good. So yeah. So great job, Callie, if you're watching or listening. Let's see what's in the chat. Mr. Tim Tucson, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Let's see, George. You know, I worked on it last weekend, but and you know, here's the thing. I'm painting out here in a garage. And humidity with paint is not your friend, so it takes longer for paint to dry. Now, fortunately, last weekend we had a very non-humid weekend. Polyacrylic dries really quickly. You can touch polyacrylic in, 15-20 minutes? But this type of paint and the silver, you really want to let it cure well. So, I don't know. I've probably got 10 or 15 hours in it at least, including prep, taping, taking things off that don't need to be painted, taking the canopy. I had this whole canopy taped up too, guys, which I've still got to go in here and touch up some places where the actual blue didn't cover the white well, but I'll get that done too. That's very minuscule. But yeah, I mean, you know, but again, I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's actually stress relieving to me. Kind of like cutting my grass. I like cutting my grass too. But yeah, if you guys, you know, if you get you a nice airframe and you don't like the scheme, it's a good wintertime project. We all get cooped up in the winter, especially if it's really cold, can't get out, or rainy, or whatever, windy. Get you a nice airframe that you want to change up. Find you a scheme and paint it up, you know, and just have fun. Take your time. Watch all these guys' videos. Learn some tricks, tips. It's paint, guys. If it doesn't look good, you go over it. You'll know right away if you're going to like it. If you don't, then you can sand it down and start over. And airbrushes are awesome. You get less overspray. You can be very detailed. You can spray in more confined spaces. So if you guys don't have a garage, you can use an airbrush and don't have to have quite as much ventilation, especially if you use like a box fan with a filter on the back of it that'll pull your overspray into it. Build you a little spray booth if you need to. I know Air Marshal did that in his garage or his basement one. That works really well too. Let's see, how did you get the blue paint curve at the wing root? You're talking about here. That's all tape. Again, powder on the silver, and then I use this really thin tape to make my top line, and then I go over this tape with a wider tape, and I actually use paper towels taped with tape to lay over the entire plane. and that way I don't get overspray on anything. So that's how all this was done. Again, another beauty of this, guys, this plane was just put together before I started applying the final decals. I don't put a plane together before I paint it. That's just, you're killing yourself if you're doing that. What's up, Craig? How you doing, man? Try to not put it together. You can mock it up, but don't put any screws in, because your elevator, your rudder, your wings, this is a one-piece wing on this plane. So painting this fuselage and this wing without being together, guys, is everything. If you put this plane together, it's hard to manipulate. You got to turn it, you got to move it. Whereas if you've got everything apart, you can lay pieces out, tape off everything easier. So, yeah, I mean, that's basically, Lionel, what I did was, tape off everything before everything was put together, which made it a lot easier. So definitely, if you want to repaint one, try to take it apart if you can. And another thing that I do, guys, when I'm painting a plane, I work all the surfaces a lot. Let me see if I can move this around where you guys might can see it. I really take the surfaces as the paint is drying and everything, and I work them just to make sure that nothing gets, stuck or anything like that. And that moves really nicely, so it moves pretty much like it would from the factory. So same with your flaps. You want to move those up and down, and your rudder, your elevator. Just make sure that everything's moving freely. Let's see, what am I missing here? Let's see, how many hours? Okay, that's mine. I'm hoping to make that. I hear you, Jared. That'll be cool, man. Definitely got to get a video and send that to me of that badass motor. Hey, well, Brian, they say the difference in a good haircut and a bad haircut is 2 weeks, man. So, yeah. If it don't look good, it'll grow back. Yeah, it'll grow back in about 2 weeks. That's right. So, yeah, so that's kind of what I've been messing with, guys. Just trying to get this done for a friend. Also want to say, you guys anywhere close by, that Kinston Air Modelers are having a big Warbird Classic this weekend, this Saturday in Kinston, North Carolina, at the Kinston Air Modelers Club in Kinston. They did put a post on their Facebook page about it, and it should be a good time. There will be some massive Warbirds there that are stick-built, composite, fiberglass, big ones. Last fly-in I went to a couple months ago in Kinston, they had some beautiful Warbirds there, and it wasn't even the Warbird Classic, so I can't imagine what they're going to have. But that is this coming Saturday, the 25th, in Kinston, North Carolina. So if you're anywhere close, guys, and the weather's nice and you want something to do, definitely get down there and check it out. I've got lacrosse practice Saturday morning, so it might be later Saturday before I can get down there, but I definitely want to go. Also, our club here in Greenville, the North Carolina Space Cowboys, is having their fly-in October the 23rd. So that won't be too far away, about another month away. And that'll be at Coburn Field. And if you guys anywhere in the vicinity can get here, drive here, we'd love to have you. Should be a good time if the weather's permitting. It'll be hopefully the first fly-in we've had in a while that the weather might be decent. You can't predict those things. In the last 2 or 3 fly-ins we've had, the weather's crap the day of the fly-in, so you all know what that means. Let's see, Tim said he made the FMS A10 at let me see, at Birmingham RC Association Field Sunday. Ah, cool, man. That's a nice looking bird. I love the Arctic camo, man. You know that. Let's see. Brian said he have to use that one. Yeah, I'm hoping our fly-in that Bobby, RC plane reviewer, and Jeff, NC84, Bobby's friend that does their show together, I'm hoping that they will be here. Dustin hopefully can make it. Of course, again, it's all weather permitting, guys. You know how that works. October, you can't ever tell if it's going to be good or bad. But yeah, there's a lot of fly-ins going on. They're having this weekend at, I think it's down at the beach at Cherry Point Marine Base. I think they're having a big air show Saturday and Sunday, and I think either the Thunderbirds or the Blue Angels are going to be there. So that ought to be a really good time as well. I actually thought about going to that, but again, we got lacrosse, and I'm not exactly sure what time I'll get back to Greenville from that. Hopefully after lunch. But yeah, you guys that like a good air show and you're in the vicinity of the Moorhead, Newbern, Havelock area, definitely check that out. It should be a great fly-in. Not fly-in, a good air show, because it's actually an air show. And the Blue Angels or either the Thunderbirds, one, are going to be there. I'm not sure exactly which, but I know one of them will be there. I think it's Blue Angels, though, if I'm not mistaken. But that'll be a good air show. So try to check that out if you can, too, if you're close by. Let's see, what else we got going. So what's everybody else doing and flying right now, guys? I've told you what I'm working on. Always got a project going. I'm waiting for my decals from Cali for my L-37. Hopefully they'll be here soon, and I can start on that project and show you guys what that looks like, and maybe by then the weather will be a little cooler and I can get it flown. I've still got to fly my F-14. Again, on that plane I've been waiting on cool weather. Jets just fly better with cooler weather. You guys know that. So, let's see. Yeah, Jared, no doubt. I hope you got that plane ready by then. This year is definitely flying by. Yeah, right, Brian. Waiting on a week. Hey, Jared, you know what, man? Here's the thing. Between the rain and the wind we've had this spring, summer, and now heading into the fall. I mean, it was windy here all day today, man. It was windy here, Sunday? And Monday, I believe. I just, I will fly in a headwind coming straight down the field, but I'm not flying in a crosswind, especially if I've got a choice, and I do have a choice. I don't have to. And, that's just how I feel, but it's been a lot of wind, a lot of rain here. I haven't been able to hardly get out on our boat. I bought a boat last, October. I haven't even put much more than 30 hours on it since we bought it, because every weekend it's either windy, rainy, cold, overcast. I mean, it's just not been good. Man, thanks, Tim. I appreciate that, buddy. It's very kind of you, man. Very kind. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I'm humbled, man. Wow, thanks. But yeah, it's just been crap weather, and I think a lot of you guys have seen. And I know people out in the West have had drought, and I hate it for them. And then, of course, down in the South, they've had hurricanes, one coming in after the other, and I hate that as well for those people down there. But yeah, it's just been a lot of rain here in North Carolina for this time of year, which is not normal in the summer months. My grass looks like carpet, and normally in August, September, our grass here looks dry and crunchy, and it looks like pure lush green carpet right now. So, but hopefully I'll get out and get some flying done before long. I thought about going Monday, but again, it was windy Monday, this past Monday. Yesterday, that would have been, yeah. Them days are starting to run together, man. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that, buddy. Hey, man, it's all for you, bud. I try, man. But hey, I'm humbled by all you guys. Thank you so much for that. Very kind of you. And yes, it does go to good use for everything here, because it goes right back into the hobby typically. Because guys, let's face it, doing this kind of work on stuff, it's your time. You ain't gonna ever make the money for your time, but I love it. It's a passion, and I love doing this as much as I love flying. I think detailing and painting and customizing, so to speak, no pun intended. But yeah, I do love it, and it's just a lot of fun. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. And all you guys out there, just always having good tips and I watch you guys' videos, and especially customizing, flying, building. We all learn from each other. Just like, Pilot Ryan and the Boozers and all these people that, show us what's the best CG on these planes. Let's not forget the Petrinkic brothers. They're awesome too. That's how we learn, guys, and I'm telling you, it's what keeps us from tearing up a lot of our planes, is watching our friends fly them, because they're doing it first. And it's just like me with the Hobby King planes that I fly and things like that. I mean, we are test pilots, and hopefully what we learn from the planes that we get helps you guys down the road. I know a lot of people have been putting videos out about the Galloping Ghost here in the past week or so, especially with the Reno races going on right now, or just having gone on, and the Mustangs flying in those. That was pretty cool, some of the pictures I've seen. So yeah, that Galloping Ghost is sitting right back here behind me. That's just a good flying little airplane, and they're coming out with 2 more in that series from Hobby King as well, guys. So definitely check those out. Another thing I'm sure you guys know of is Motion RC has their contest going right now for crash contests, crash cash. So you guys, if you do crash something and it bums you out and you catch it on video, definitely, show Motion RC. You might win a new plane. You might get some money to buy you a new plane. Might make you feel better. Hey, Jared, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming in tonight, buddy, and can't wait to see that plane fly, man. Best of luck on that. Let me know how it works for you. And let's see, True Still Matters. He wants to know, has anyone had experience with the E-Flight Viper? Well, I mean, from what I've seen, everybody that is flying that airplane loves it. It's supposed to be amazing. I'm sure it would be. Especially with the upgrades from the 70 millimeter that Horizon did with the nicer retract system, the all mechanical hinges, a bigger airframe. Everybody I've seen with that jet just gives it thumbs up. Just don't get it too slow. That's not good for any jet, though, really. Somebody was talking about the MiG-29 tonight, and they said don't get it too slow because it will tail stall. And yes, it will in a heartbeat. It's happened to me. And, it'll bite you quick. So definitely try to keep those jets moving especially until you figure it out or you've got plenty of altitude. That's the thing. Always, if you're not sure, give yourself so many maneuvers high with your altitude and go from there. So definitely, hey, look, altitude is your friend. And wind can be your friend too if it's in the right direction. So, I'm going to tell you, man, you guys, you've been watching Kenny a lot. Kenny's been killing the game, Hangar 51. Kenny's been filling in for Dave's RC. He's been filling in last night for Air Marshal. I don't know what was up with Air Marshal. But yeah, hats off to Kenny, man, because he keeps it rolling, doesn't he? And keeps us all entertained. So, Kenny, if you're out there tonight, man, appreciate it. And I am in the chats a lot of times. I'm just listening, or I'm doing something else. I'm working on this plane out here, and I got my TV on in the garage. So I am in there a lot of times. It's just I can't talk and work at the same time with stuff all over my hands or type or whatever. So. Yeah, it does. Reflex in the aileron sure helps with the stall. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And again, keeping your speed up. And learning the stall tendencies of an airplane, guys. A lot of times if you get a plane up high enough and you pull back on the power, watch that plane and how it has a tendency to, how long does it take before the nose starts to drop, and then how much elevator do you have to use to keep the nose from finally falling out of the wing from tipping. Learn your stall tendencies on your planes, especially your jets, your prop planes. If you'll learn your stall tendencies at a high elevation to where you can come out of it, it really helps when you're lower to the ground should you have a tendency to stall. So again, get it up high enough, several tricks high, pull back on the power, and just let that plane glide until it starts to bleed off speed, and then watch what it does, and then start adding the elevator and keep the nose level until it starts to drop off or come in. And you'll learn, wow, this plane doesn't have a lot of stall tendency, or either, man, this plane stalls right away. So, those are things that you can do up in the air and learn, and it'll help you in the end with how to recover should you have that issue. Watch for the wing rock, Jeff, exactly. All those things matter, and if you've got plenty of altitude that you can recover and just learn how that plane works, especially in your first few flights, your maiden flight, all of that matters, guys. It really does, and it just helps you become a better pilot down the road for should you have a stall low to the ground. Typically, you can get out of it. So, let's see what else we got here. And guys, again, I try to throw this in for my friend. Do not forget, please, my buddy at zoomrc.net, guys. zoomrc.net. Great guy, great products. I get a lot of stuff from him. This is a jig that I got from him just recently for soldering your connectors. It's got your sizes on it, your different plugs here, your different battery leads here, your EC5, your XT60s, and he said that your EC5s will work in there as well, XT90s. So these jigs work great, guys. But he does all kind of servo leads, extensions, clips for your servos that hold your servos together. ZoomRC.net, and if you will use code JCRC10, you will get 10% off your entire order. And he is actually in Texas, and he does surface, he does air, and you can get 10% off your entire order, guys. And his shipping is normally 3 days to North Carolina from Texas, so that's pretty good. What's up, Shadow Ops? How you doing, man? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it, buddy. That's right, Roy. Always practice stalls and landings as much as you can, guys. Tim said the sound system on the FMS A10 was perfect for the maiden. Model sounds incorporated shockwave. Weight distribution was perfect. 6S5000, 35C, 3 to 5 minutes. Hey, man, the 34, that's great. That's awesome, man. Good to know. Yeah, I've looked at that plane several times, man. I love that Arctic camo scheme. I've actually thought about painting my Freewing A10 in that Arctic camo scheme because I love Arctic camo. So, and Eric's putting a new motor in one of his surface vehicles as well. I saw that on Instagram the other day, Eric. Hope that works out good for you, buddy. It's always nice to get new toys in the mail, isn't it? And hey, it's weird, guys. Christmas is right around the corner, man. You guys think about that. I mean, we're almost to the end of September, and less than 3 months, guys. It's Christmas. I mean, it'll be here before you know it. So start saving up. Save up. Tell Santa what you want. Put your list on the table somewhere where your wife sees it, your kid sees it. Somebody got to see it. Put it on the refrigerator, whatever you need to do, man. Get those ideas and hints going. We all got to have good stuff. What's up, GB? Thanks for coming in, buddy. Hope you're well. Let's see, mine, Red Devil. Yeah, that'll look nice, Tim. Red Devils, nice scheme. Yeah, let's see. Eric says, had an engine on standby because the motor on one of my cars that was used never ran right. Okay, all right, cool. I hear that. Hey, Mom, saving up to buy me another plane. That's good. Save up, please. Hadn't bought one in a while. Look, the sad part is, I want an L-39, right? But I want the camo one and the high performance edition. And Motion's never got it in stock. Motion's got to tighten up, man. It's like they got nothing in stock lately, man. I mean, I hate it for them. I really do. I just hope they'll start getting some stuff in soon, guys. I don't know what the word is. I don't know if any of you guys know something I don't know, but this is supposed to be an incredible flying jet. Everybody, Dustin's got one. A friend at our field named Brian has got one. Great flying jet. Everybody I've seen, it flies. Bill's got the check scheme on his, which is what this jet was originally, was the check scheme, the red, white, and blue. And they're great flying jets, but I've been eyeballing it at Motion for months now, and it's like they just don't have anything in. Oh, that'd be nice, Eric. Instead of 2 horses who have 3, that's great, man. That thing ought to get up and go then, buddy. But yeah, I want them to get some planes in. It's just been a while for Motion, and I hate it. I really do. I hate it bad. Because it seems like flying season, the whole flying season, they've kind of missed, as far as things people want. I don't mean everything, but a lot of the jets and stuff being in stock. And I'm sure if you guys go to their website, you know what I'm talking about. They've just been out of things for a long time. And Horizon, on the other hand, has been killing it and coming out with new stuff. So, hopefully, Motion, Santa will bring them a load of something before Christmas and help them out, man, because they got to get some planes in. What's up, Jeff Adams? Oh, Mo Power. Always need Mo Power. Oh, let's see. People are saying there's no dock. Yeah, that could be true. I know the boats are slow. I know ships have been lined up waiting to get into ports. There may be no dock workers. You don't have crane operators to get the containers off. It's just one thing after another, and it all is a trickle down for everybody. So yeah, maybe by Christmas this understock issue will be over. I hope so, Roy. 70 ships back up off the West Coast. I don't doubt it. How are you guys doing over there on the left side? Have you guys got any rain? Or I saw on the news the other day where I think it was in the redwood forest where they were wrapping a tree with blankets to try to protect it. It was the oldest tree, I think, in the redwood forest, possibly even on Earth. Well, not on Earth, but in the United States. Let me say that. And they were wrapping it in blankets to keep the fire from getting to it. I hope, I haven't heard any more about it, so hopefully that worked out. That's a shame. Yeah, Chuck, it's a great flying airplane, man. Let me give you a wrench, buddy. I love that airplane. It flies great. John and GB put up some videos as well. It's just an incredible flying airplane, man. The foam on it is amazing. Very well powered. Because it's not a plane that's meant to scream. It's not meant to do aerobatics. It's a passenger commuter type airplane. So therefore, with a 4S pack, it flies incredibly well, similar to what the Albatross, which I love dearly, flies like. And the Albatross has plenty of power, and I fly it on a 4S 4000, and it does great. I fly my King Air on a 4S 3300, and it flies incredibly well too. Again, we had a lot of rain here today. But thank God we're not getting any hurricanes here on the East Coast. That is a good thing. Yeah, guys, please, thanks, Shadow. Hit the like button if you guys don't mind. I appreciate it. Thumbs it up. It just helps. If you don't like it, thumbs it down. Click it twice, as they say. But yeah, please give it a thumbs up if you don't mind. But yeah, like I said on the bright note, the rain does make the grass look good. Yeah, Chuck, like I said, man, I dig it. It's not meant to just rip it up, man, but it flies incredibly well. It just presents so well in the air. I would love to actually upgrade the landing gear on that plane. Mainly, it's what I would like to do. Other than that, I'm sitting here looking at it. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, other than that, there's not really. I would like to put some pilots in the cockpit and light the cockpit, I think. Other than that, there's not a lot I would have to do to it. It just flies incredibly well. It really does. It's a great concept for an airplane. RC Jet Jock, again, if you haven't checked his channel out, guys, definitely check him out. He's putting out some good content as well. He just did a repaint on his King Air and did a great job, by the way. Yeah, he used to fly the real one a lot and really looks good. But definitely check out his channel and, let him know you saw it here, because he's done a great job with his King Air, and I think you'll like the scheme. They're a great frame or platform to change the scheme on. Yeah, GB, yeah, exactly. It's got a little bit of play in the nose wheel. I'd like to see that tighter, which I did do some work on mine. Also, I'd like to see actually more like realistic looking gear, aluminum painted white, that actually articulated and worked is what I would like to see, which it could be done. So yeah. Let's see, Chuck said on my obvious I've swapped out the nose gear for. Oh, cool, Chuck. That's nice, man. That's a good thought. Good thought. I like that. Does that work out good? Like GB said, how did that work out? I'd like to see that as well. Put up a video. Cool, LJ. He's a nice guy, man. I like his work. Actually, have subscribed to his channel. Hope you guys will. He's doing great stuff. He incorporates his family in his videos. But he's just a nice guy. I like him a lot. So LJ, tell him, man, I'm really talking him up, and I hope you guys will go check his channel out. And it's the RC Jet Jock, guys. Definitely check him out. Jeff from Lower Alabama. Okay, what's up? Everybody's what's up? Chuck said he hasn't flown his yet with the ME-262 nose gear, but I expect for a taxi and takeoff it should be fine. Yeah, definitely, man. I think that'll be great. It sounds really good. Like I said, I'd love to redo all the gear around mine. Definitely. I know Jet Jock also, he spackled over the door on one side, so it went away because he said it only has one door and it was on the other side. So this plane actually has a door on each side, and he didn't want that, so he spackled over the one and sanded down smooth so you don't see it anymore. Trying to think, and he painted it with some different stripe package on it, and it looks really good. But yeah, I mean, and I'll tell you something else, guys. If you get that plane and you do have the Albatross, the props are interchangeable. Should you break a prop and you can't get one right away, the Albatross and the King Air, the props are interchangeable. So just a note to self. Yeah, definitely drop in works really nice, GB. It is, man. That's just like on my Carbon T28. I had to put the Motion RC X-Wave retracts in, and I had to do some cutting and grinding and filing. But they work, and they work great in there. I've flown it several times. And those retracts, guys, for $79 a set, all aluminum, very pleased with them. That's Motion RC's X-Waves. Alright. Well, guys, I've been on for a little over an hour, right at an hour, give or take, because I did get started a little later. And I think I'm going to let you guys go, man, because I don't want to bore you to death. And running out of stuff to talk about. But I appreciate every one of you, man, for being in here. It means a lot to me. Thanks for the super chats to Tim and to Mr. Brian Chambers. I appreciate that, guys, very much. I'm very humbled by it. Thanks, Eric, for coming in. And we'll definitely be talking. And if any of you guys ever have any questions, you can always write them in the comments. Some of you guys watch these later, I know, and I appreciate that as well. And if you've ever got any tips or anything like that, guys, feel free to drop those in the comments as far as painting or something you see that we could change or do differently. Please drop it in. But I can tell you this, guys, I didn't take any of the water slides off of this plane whatsoever, and you can't see any of them. I mean, and that's awesome. So don't. Hey, what's up, Bobby? I see you're back, man. Glad to have you here, buddy. Thank you. I know you're a busy man, but yeah, it's one of those things where if you can get away with not taking off water slides, don't do it, because you end up messing up your foam and having to sand and do a whole lot more work than it's worth. And if you paint it properly and do everything like you should, guys, I mean, you will not see a water slide enough to make a hill of beans. And that's a southern thing, I guess, a hill of beans. But so if you don't have to peel them off, guys, don't do it. Just don't do it. So thanks, EQ. I appreciate it. Thanks, Mom. Thanks to Tara. Yes, GB. She did great getting me up and running. What's up, Deuces? Glad you could make it tonight, man. Better late than never, buddy. And all you guys that come in here, no matter when it is, early, late, after the fact, watch it later. Thank you. I appreciate the support. And appreciate you being patient with me and my wife getting this thing up and running tonight. Like I said, Dustin's working. He's getting those machines kicking. So thank you for everything. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always coming by and hanging out with me and Dustin and watching what we do. I will have some videos coming of this being done. So you guys, if you want to follow along and see what I've done, you can. If you have any questions, like I say, ask them, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. I try to answer and respond to all of my questions or anything in my YouTube comment section. So don't forget, tomorrow night, guys, GB, I think you'll be coming on tomorrow night. I think you were not on last Wednesday night, but GB should be on tomorrow night, guys, at 9:30 Eastern, which will be, 6:30 Pacific. So definitely check him out for the Hump Day show. And show the support there, guys, as well. And let's see, Thursday nights. Tell you, man, my mind is like going blank. I got 5 million things running through my mind right now. Who do we have on Thursday nights, guys? Come on. Oh, that's right. Kenny. What the hell? Kenny's on every night. And then we have Bobby and Jeff, and they only come on at 9:30. And so then on Friday nights, well, Dave Garcia and Eric are normally on, but Kenny again has been filling in for them. So, and then Saturday night we have Pilot Ryan. And he's always bringing us some cool stuff and telling us what's new and what's hot. So definitely check him out. And check all you friends out, man. And Bobby, I love y'all's work. A lot of nights I'm in the show, man, but I'm out here working. And I checked in the other night, but I had to get back to this. So I'm normally there. And I hear Jeff talking smack a lot of times. But you guys doing some good stuff, man. I love hanging with you guys. You guys keep me company whether you know it or not when I'm working on stuff out here in the garage because my TV is always on. So thank all of you guys for giving me something good to entertain me while I'm out here by myself working. So thanks, guys. Be safe. Be kind to one another. And fly happy, man. I mean, that's what it's all about. I will see you back here next week, 8:30. Hopefully Dustin will be here next week. If not, I will. But anyway, guys, thank you for coming. I'm Jeff. You're watching Jeff's Customer Seat, and we will see you next Tuesday, same time. Have a good night.